There are three ways that heat gets transferred, and that means moves, from warm to cold. The first is conduction, and that D stands for solids. Conduction happens when heat goes from one molecule to another, kind of like a game of hot potato. That heat touches and moves throughout a solid. Convection is when liquids and gas rise. This happens in hot air balloons, this happens in water boiling. We know that hot air rises and cold air falls. Finally, radiation is when heat travels through space. This could be the sun, this could be the warmth you feel from a fire or a heater. We want to remember to add our up arrows to the V in convection. That'll help us remember that convection is when hot air, liquids, and gases rise. So anytime we're cooking a solid food, it has to be conduction. Even if you stick something in an oven, the oven's air is moving, which is convection, but the food itself is still conduction. We'll talk about that in a second. You guys should draw a really quick diagram of the fire, the pot, and the convection currents, and then label conduction, convection, and radiation. You're going to want to pause the video to do that. So let's say we drop an egg in here. We know that the radiation is warming up the pan, and the water in the pot is moving because of convection. But when we drop an egg in, it starts off cold. So we're going to go from warm, the warm water, to hot. But this is a solid. So the molecules on the outside are conducting heat from the water. So the outside molecules get hot. And that heat travels through conduction closer and closer until the whole egg is cooked. So even though the pot itself is convection, anything that you heat that's a solid always has to be convection.